Hello friends, in this video I would like to explain what is invoice plans. Okay, so basically these are called blanket purchase orders, or they are called framework orders in SAP. Okay, so what is this basic concept of this framework orders, blanket purchase orders, or these invoice plans? So let me tell you about the invoice plan. So invoice plans are the uh, planned items, meaning whenever you have a planned procurement or service that have been uh, that has to be captured in SAP, so we do this as invoice plan. Like if I say monthly we need to do a payment to our like what I can say to our mobile bill. Let us take a mobile bill monthly. Let's We need to pay some mobile amount to the our service department. Okay, like Airtel, or you can take some other some other service. Okay, that is one example. The second example is like monthly you make a payment for the rental purpose. Okay, suppose you are taking a shop. Okay, you are taking a big building and you are getting it rented from the other vendor. Okay, so you need to do monthly payment to him, right? So that can also be achieved in during with this invoice plans. Okay, so they are planned because we know that you'll just say that I will take this service, mobile service for 1 year, or I will take this building for rent for 1 year, something like that. So there is some planned activity that has been planned activity or planned procurement that you already agreed with your vendor. Okay. Now, what are the master data that are required here is master data that are required is the vendor master is the main important thing here. So, and vendor in the vendor master, you need to understand two things. One is you need to see a ERS checkbox is checked or not in vendor master. That is one of the major thing, and obviously, major master is not mandatory, but you can have that as an optional thing. Okay. Now, configuration wise, we should have an invoice plan. Okay, invoice plan, we should have an invoice plan. I'll show you this configuration as well. Okay, so what are the steps that we do after this master data and the configurations are there? We create a PO with framework order. Okay, and so the PO, and then finally we will do the invoice. Okay. Let me show you the master data. So if you go to the business partner, so this is a business partner, and 3705 is what my vendor. If I go to the vendor general data, 3705 is my vendor, and if you go to purchasing, okay, you need to have this check mark. Okay, uh, this check mark auto evaluator receipt settlement. So this check mark should be mandatory here. Okay, this is one setting that is required as part of master data. When you go to config, let me go to the config. So if you go to materials management here, purchasing, under purchasing, go to purchase order. Against the purchase order, invoice plan. So basically what does this invoice plan will do is like you are telling the system, like if I make a contract today, suppose if I make an agreement with the vendor to take a building as a rent, so when should I pay the invoice? Whether when I start my agreement, meaning today is the first day of the first month in 2022. So first of January 2022. Okay. Now should I do the invoice or payment to the vendor on first or after 30 on the 31st of Jan? So that is what, if you see, if I take an example, 10 is something the standard has provided, but I'll go to 99, which is a custom one which I've created. Okay, like you'll say what is the start date, what is the end date, like what is the contract date. Level is always the contract start date. Okay, you can see contract start date. You can also give if the contract starts from today, from whenever you create that date, from that day onwards 1 week after. Okay, so you can give various combinations here. Okay, end date is contract end date. Horizon for monthly billing, means it's a monthly billing, right? So It's always the monthly billing. What you do is today's or first of current month or last of month or monthly billing. You can do that. Okay. Okay. This is the some settings that you do in the invoice plan. Okay. Now, so what is other thing? So in one invoice plan you have seen vendor masters. Let us create a PO and see how does it works. Okay. So let me create one PO. So slash and ME21N. Okay, you go directly. Now the document type that you should use is framework order. So and give the vendor as well. 3705 is a vendor. 9999 is my, and 101 is my. Once you enter those details, it says validity start validated. This is where your contract, meaning the contract or argument will start from. Now I'll say first of 01/2022 to the next year for next year, yeah, next year, not first of that, yeah, fine, 12 months. Let us take for next year to same month same date is my last day. Okay, now here you have given the validity dates. Now you need to give the account assignment as mandatory. If you have if you have created a material which is like building or like this, you can give, or else you can give that as a short text like um, building rentals. Okay, you can say for first of every month, you can give 1 month, first of every month. How much you are paying? Let us assume 2100 is what I'm paying, 2100 USD dollars for every month. So okay, and this is the material group, and this is the. Now when you enter it, so there are some mandatory fields that you need to check. Okay, you need to give some mandatory fields, and here you need to know that GR based invoice is not there. Okay, and also if you go to delivery, there is no GR. You should uncheck this because for an invoice or the framework order, there is no GR required. GR is non-validated always. Okay, there is no GR concept itself. Okay, now you need to make sure ERS is settled and invoice receipt is also checked. Both that checkbox should be there. Okay, now click on this invoice plan. It will show you. So it will ask you here what you want. If you are created a new thing, you can choose the new thing. Okay, I'll say 99 periodic monthly. Now see here. First 06/30/06/2022. Okay, this is my first month. I'm staying from 01 to 030. Okay, July 2022, and it says invoice date is 30/06/2022, meaning I need to pay the invoice on 30 of July. If you want to make this as a first date, what you need, so you need to put in advance check. If you want to check this, if you say a check and enter, it will change it to 31st. In advance you are making. Okay, this is also 1 day advance you are making the payment to the vendor or the person who is renting us the building. Okay, now if you see 01/06/2005, 31st you need to pay the amount. On next month 07 you need to make on 30, before month only you need to pay. So that like this way you will get the all invoice plan till this contract ends on 2023, meaning I will be staying in rent with this person in this building till 2023. Okay, and if you also see AA is what you see here. AA meaning as of now you did not post any invoices. Okay, as of now you did not post any invoices. Okay, so this is how you create an invoice. Now I'll go back. So unbilled delivery in the past, yes, because 31/05/2022 is there, right? So that is unbilled. Okay, and now what I'll do is I'll directly save it. Save the document, yes. Now this is fine. So what you can do is every month you will not create a PO, right? Every month you will not create a PO. Every month you will not. So we already have invoice plans here. So every month it will add a new row. Every month it will add a new row. Okay, and we need to do the invoice. Okay, so we can schedule some backend job. SAP has given an option to create a backend jobs. Okay, to a program. Okay, Let me show the transaction as well. If I go back here, logistics, okay, under MM, invoice verification, automatic settlement. So MRIS, invoice plan settlement, is what the transaction that SAP standard has given here. So what you can do is you can give the PO or you can give the vendor, okay, uncheck this and save this as a variant, and you can use this program and run in the backend job. Okay, now what you do is we just wanted to show in the live system now. So let me run in the foreground. So there should be one document that should see here. There is some document that should can be postable, okay, which is nothing but 2100 of invoice what I need to pay on 30 of 05, but I did not pay it. Now you can say execute. Once you execute it, automatically against the PO there will be an invoice document that will be created. If you click on this invoice document, so this is an invoice document and 2100 is a rental payment which I have done to the vendor, okay, who is the vendor, 3705. So if you schedule a job, like if I take an example, you can go to SM37 36 actually. Okay, before that let me take this program. So you can ask your developer to schedule a program for this schedule a job for this program. Okay, so what you do is you go to the SM37 slash and SM36 or SM36 and own job wizard, and you say continue. Okay, you say rental, you can go 3705, okay, as a vendor. Okay, say continue. Now you say ABAP program, yeah, you are using ABAP program. Now you say this is that. Before that you need to save a variant. Okay, let me go to that. Okay, MIRS slash and MRIS. Okay, now test run, remove the test run and say save variant, INV 3705. okay, invoice for 3705. okay, save it. So INV underscore 3705 is the variant. Come here, INV underscore 3705 is what you enter here. Say continue, continue, continue. So it will say immediate, or do you want to start on Wednesday, or do you have anything? You can put some date. Okay, you can put some date and time. So you can say schedule this job from 30. Okay, you can schedule this job on a periodic basis as well. Okay, and 30 of 2023. Sorry, it's not 2023. Let me put this as 5. Okay, 5-2023. Okay, now it's a periodic. You can say periodic and say continue. Okay, it's monthly. Continue. Complete. Now if you go to SM37, now you will see some jobs. Okay, okay, let me execute. What is the job? 3705 I have. Let me execute and see what is the jobs. Schedule, execute. There are no jobs. Okay, 23. So there is some jobs that are scheduled. See here. So like this, you can ask the developer to set some jobs so that every month that rental payment will be done automatically. Okay. So this is what the invoice plan. Thanks for watching this video.